Okay, so new video time, and in this one we are doing fab work for the black FD, and quite possibly we're going to start attacking that intake manifold. Just doing a little bit of maintenance on the wife's car. But yeah, Rx7 just went for another drive, so not as fast as I was hoping it would be, but I'm just hoping the tune will sort it all out. But for now, let's get into some fab. So last week I went and checked out the black FD. You would have seen it in my video, but he wanted a whole lot of stuff done. So one of them, which is the smallest job, which we're going to start with first, was this is his gear stick off that gearbox. And as you can tell, she's a bit broken there, and whatever was there is long gone. So we did take a template of that there. That was matching his reverse gear stick. Now, originally I was going to make it out of a bit of alley flat bar here, but to save time and hassle and what I think will look cooler, we're going to sacrifice this. Now, if I was to cut this little piece out here and shape all of this up here, you end up with a much cooler handle. So, time to start hacking. Okay, so all up that took about 10 minutes, but there you go. I was originally going to get rid of this paint here, but when I welded it, it went this really funky goldy bronzy color, which I quite like. So we'll leave black there, goldy bit there, and we'll just sand the sides. So that is heaps better than the other one we had in mind. So for the sake of a little AN spanner, pimp, I like it. So what I'm going to move on to next is make one of these, but aluminium. So time to start making this tank. Now what I've got here is, I've got a full sheet of alley, but I've got to cut in half. So I do have it marked out. So all my pieces are marked. So I'm just going to start cutting them up now, tack them together, then just start weld. So we'll get that done. And then I need to build an overflow bottle. Now, originally I was thinking of doing a round tube one, but that's pretty boring. So I might make one rectangular. We'll see, we'll find out. But yep, we'll get this done. I still need to buy a lid for it, and we need to incorporate, there's a tap on the side of that one there. We still need to try and mount that into the thing here so I can just go straight into the water line that's already there, and we're good to go. So got the basic tank all stitched up. What I need to do now is just drill a hole here and a hole on top. So that's where my lid's going to be. That's where the little tappy bit's going to be. But I need to drill these now because welding this up is going to create a lot of heat inside, which will just want to come out. So we need to put vent holes in it and as such. So I'll drill these and then weld. Okay, so all welding is done on the tank now. So I've just welded a end fitting down here, and that's going to be the hose exit. So originally this is what was on it, but I can't get an aluminium bolt to hold this, so that will do. So besides that, everything else seems okay. Now this tank had to come to this height here because there's a strap inside the car that holds this, well, this one now holds it in place. So width is the same, height here is the same, but we're longer. So what else do I have to do on this? I need to put a cap on here. So we are going to run with an aluminium screw-on one. I get those from Alien Speed Parts. So I've ordered one through Steph, so hopefully I should have one in a day or two. So I've ordered 2 for this car because we still need to make the overflow bottle. Now, I think I was talking about before, I've actually dimensioned up for a tube. I don't know if I want to do a tube in the car. I might have a look back at the footage of the car and see if that will actually look all right. But yeah, okay, we'll probably move on to that. And then tomorrow over there, right there, I need to start that intake manifold. I just finished going through the footage of the car. I'll show you a picture of what I was looking at here. So round will look better. There's a lot of round. The intercooler pipes are all there. The radiator pipes are there. So I think round will be the better option. But the problem I have is this is 3¼ inch. So it's like an 80mm OD. It's the biggest I've got. But with a 50mm lid on here, we're not really going to be able to run a tube down through there. So what I've done is I've just bent up a bit of this with a brake tool, brake bending thing. So what I want to do is kind of run it down the side of the tank like that. I'll put a little gusset up here somewhere, but that will go into the tank and, well, that will work. So I can put one there and I can put the breather out the top, and then I can go ahead and weld the weld-on cap on the top, and it should look good, I'm hoping. So I've been going at this for about an hour or so, and that's what I've got going on. So this will go to the radiator cap. As you can see in there, it is at the bottom of the tank. So I just need to weld the top of this, weld a breather, but very steampunkish. I like it, but Jonah might not. So yeah, but that's the only way I could see that's going to work nicely with a decent cap on top of this. Otherwise, you're just not going to get this down through the cap. Yeah, all right, I'll keep going. Well, definitely an afternoon. So tank's made, gear stick bit's made, and the overflow bottle is made. This isn't 100% finished. I still need to take it back to the car, size up a bracket that we'll put on here somewhere to a fixing point. Still need the caps for here and here, so I should get those in the next day or so. So once those are welded up, this can be installed into the car, that can be installed into the car. This will make a template. I'll bring it home, weld it, take it back, job done. Okay, next day, and today we're doing this. So this needs to be modified quite a bit. So first off, this is just way too big. And secondly, what you can see here is this gap down through here. So that's not sitting properly, and that is because this is sitting up on the fuel rail here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut these off here, and then we're going to actually make a whole new plenum for it. So I've marked my centers where those go. I just need to cut this down, and then this pipe here will be the intake. Well, will be this bit. So as you can tell, there's a massive difference. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully with this pipe it'll clear this fuel rail, so that will seat down hard. But I'll get stuck in. Right, so this bit is all prepped. Drilled the holes here for those. So what I need to do now is butcher this one. I need to get these off there. We'll clean them up and we'll tack them into here, and then we'll bore a hole in the side for the smaller pipe here, and weld, put some caps on, weld, done. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Okay, she is butchered. So just hacked it just to get those things out. So this is how we're sitting here now. I haven't welded it yet. I just need to put a couple tacks on it in position, and it looks like, bringing that in, we're going to have plenty of clearance on that fuel rail. So I'll go ahead, tack this, and then probably put a few stitch welds on. Then I need a bore hole for this one, cut this down to size, make it look pretty, and we should be looking good. Okay, so probably 2 hours have passed. It's all welded up, it's all done. You thank me later, I saved you from watching time lapses, but there we have it there. So everything is welded. It's sitting down nice. We do have clearance on the fuel rail there, very minimal, but it's good. This here, I believe, is going to be a bung for air temp sensor, maybe. Can't remember. But no, I'm happy with that. Only one problem that I have is this top piece coming out here is not square. So when I cut these, I measured back, whatever it was, I think it was like 120 mil back to here to cut it, assuming that this end here was square. It wasn't, so it was on an angle, which made this one on an angle, and when I welded it, yeah, I'm just happy it's facing the right way. But that's the only pet peeve I've got with it. The rest of it is all good. So tomorrow there's other parts should arrive for that tank and all the rest of that, so I'll weld the caps on those and then shoot up to the car and size them up and make it all work. Okay, so it's time to get back into this video here about these. It's been a few days, I was concentrating on that, but these lids here have finally arrived from Alien Speed Parts. So what I need to do is get a big hole into here, weld that there. Same with this one here. And then I need to go and put this into the car. The gear stick needs to go in the car, and we need a template where this one's going to sit to make a bracket for it. So I'll get everything prepped now, and then tomorrow we'll go off and see the car, and hopefully everything's good. So lids are both on, and what I'm doing now is I'm trying to guess this bracket here. So have a look at this photo again here, and you can see where that arrow was pointing down in that bracket there. So I'm roughly guessing where that is. So this bracket here hopefully will go to land on that piece, but I'm not going to drill these holes because I don't know their location. So I'll just weld this on, and we can always cut this bracket, or we could drill the holes by the car. That way I don't have to go up there, mark it, bring it back just to take it back. So hopefully this works all good, but that looks sweet. Okay, so we are all done on these now. They're all good to go. So I'll size them up in the car tomorrow, as I said before. This bracket now, it's a big risk, but it could save a lot of time. So somehow we'll make that work. But yep, so I'll come back to you tomorrow when we're on our way up to that FD. Okay, so we're back here with this car again, and that's, dogs want to bark at me. So that's the bracket I'm talking about there. So we'll cut those cable ties. We'll try and bolt that into there, and that should be sweet. That will work fine. So get that done, and what else do we need to do? The gear stick, and we'll put the tank in the boot as soon as I figure out how to open it. But yeah, such a cool car. So gear stick's in, sort of. I don't know what it connects to underneath, but I quite like it. So that's a cool look. Tank in the back is in, but this bracket here is rounded off. It was made for that plastic one, so that doesn't quite line up. So we need to figure that out. And as I said before, we just need to cut that wiring, the cable tie on that bracket, match to all those holes, and I think we're good for that one. Okay, tank's all in. That's going to work sweet. Got it plugged up there. Just need to run a drain off down there, but that will do. So moving on. Okay, so back at home again now, and what I need to do is see these marks here. That's the center of the hole. That's how far I need to bring the hole out, 20 mil. So I need to make a bracket here, and then 2 on the top there. So I'll get that done, and then I'll get this back to the owner, and it's just a straight case of bolted in and done. This wasn't the part I was expecting to come home with. I expected to come back with the overflow bottle because I thought it wouldn't fit, but thankfully it did, and that's worked out sweet. But little setback, but I'll smash it out now, get it done, and then probably call this video done. All right. bits are all done. It didn't take me long at all, but all I needed to do now is just give this a clean down. It's just got all the dust again and whatnot, but so this should be able to just bolt straight back into the car. We've already located the mounting points, so it should just be good to go. So I want to clean this up and throw it on the shelf, and then yeah. So it's the next day now. I was supposed to put my video out last night, but I couldn't leave that tank just sitting on the shelf. So this morning I made the call to go up there and install it all, just so the job is done. Bolted in well, so it all fits nicely. It's all hooked up to the pump to spray the water onto the radiator. I'm pretty sure that's what it is for. I noticed that the gear sticks are all been bolted in, and now the radiator overflow bottle is all good. So that job is done and dusted for now, but moving forward, I've just all of a sudden picked up a whole lot of other work that I need to get through. So a lot of fab coming up. Anyway, so if you've made this far in the video, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll try and push on with this RX8 as soon as I figure out what we're doing with it next. Anyway, cheers.